said he spent 6 days to 7 days he was not eating. I said, start eating now, for the journey is still far. There is nothing new. I told you, if you want the miracle of God, expect attacks, expect trials. That's why it says in Hebrews, do count it all joy when diverse temptations and trials before you. Tap your neighbor, say neighbor, there is hope for backsliders. Say neighbor, there is hope for backsliders. Even if you are weak, the strength of the Lord is coming to raise you up. Because it says, even though you fall, you will not be utterly cast down, for you will rise again. Are we together? Are we together? We have been dealing with the secrets behind dwelling in the secret place.
Yes, sir.
Sit down and balance as kings and queens in the house of the Most High God. Let's move to Psalms number 20. Who did you trust? Who is your trust? Whom did you trust? Who is your trust? Kana dogara gawani. Psalms number 20. Is anybody there?
Yes, sir.
Read it for us.
The Lord hear thee.
The Lord hear thee.
In the day of trouble.
In the day of what?
Trouble.
In the day of what?
Trouble.
Ubangiji yena saroranka akwana kimasifa. Amen.
Amen.
I came this morning, I don't know what to preach. Once I just stood here, the angel of the Lord just opened the Bible and he said, focus on 20 of Psalm. The Lord hear thee. In the days of what? Trouble. Continue.
The name of God of Jacob.
The name of God of Jacob.
Defend thee.
Defend thee. Continue.
Send thee help from the sanctuary.
Send thee help from the sanctuary.
And strengthen thee out of Zion.
And strengthen thee out of Zion. Out of what?
Zion.
Out of what?
Zion.
We are sons and daughters of Zion.
Yes, sir.
So he strengthens us out of Zion. Who do you trust? Do you trust in this God that hear thee in the days of trouble? Do you trust in this God that strengthened thee out of Zion? Who is your trust? Are you trusting in man or you are trusting in God? A man like you will equally fail you.
Yes, sir.
A man like you will equally disappoint you. A man like you will equally embarrass you. A man like you will equally disgrace you. A man like you will equally make you to feel rejected. Tap your neighbor, say neighbor, who do you trust?
Who do you trust?
Continue, sir.
Verse 3 says, remember all thy offering and accept thy own sacrifice. Grant thee according to thy own heart and fulfill all thy
counsel. Continue.
We will rejoice in thy salvation. In the name of our God. We will set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all
thy petitions.
Yes. Now, know I that the Lord saved his anointed. He will hear him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots and some in horses. But we will remember
the name of the Lord, our God. Some trust in chariots, some in horses, some in charms, some in human beings, some in personalities, some in portfolios. But we trust in the name of the Lord, our God.
Yes, sir. Do something.
See, by the time situation before you, you begin to look up to man, God will say, I leave you alone. Once you begin to look up to man, God will say, oh yeah, be on your own. Masifa tebeka kafara duba, but in good to say one is a tebekeni, Allah say jenye, but God will leave you. Why? Because you don't know the God that you are serving. But when you know the God that you are serving, this is the same God that all times you always say, Father, in who I trust. Only you are the man. Those that trust in men are disappointed. Those that trust in chariots and horses of wars that defeated in the battles.
Yes, sir.
But those that trust in God, they win battles. Because in this God that we are serving, there is no failure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's not a God of defeat and failure.
Yes, sir.
It's not a God of disappointment.
Yes, sir.
It's not a God of limitation. It's not a God of shortcoming. He's the God of victory. Why? Because he has settled the case on the cross of Calvary. Who do you trust? Who do you trust? Once you trust in man, God becomes angry. When something befall you, people will be saying, when you look for some person, or when you come to me, or you do that, my friend, you are nobody, you are nothing. You are nothing. No matter your personality, no matter your ego, no matter where you have arrived, thousands have gone there and thousands have passed through there.
Yes, sir.
And no matter your relationship with somebody that you think can be of help in any situation, my friend is a nobody. James and Peter were in the prison. King Herod sent for James and he slaughtered James. The brethren became angry. They said, we cannot watch and see Peter slain again. They went and locked themselves in the church and began to pray. They began to pray. Kalisto Baragada. Ligon Sapanta Alazina. They began to pray. When they began to pray, the Bible says the Lord sent an angel as a shorty. As a shorty.
Yes, sir.
A shorty means somebody that will stand by you. He sent an angel as a shorty.
Yes,
and the angel descended and tapped Peter. And all the chains were broken. He held Peter. And he went out with Peter out of the prison. He said, let's go. And Peter was sleeping. He was sleeping while he was walking. Like in a vision. Like in a trance. Until after like 7 kilometers after the city, the angel opened Peter's eyes. Peter saw himself outside. Peter turned. He said, am I not in the prison? They said, no. Peter began to go. He began to walk. He began to go. When he came to the gate of the house, where the brethren assembled, he began to talk. The Bible said, a little damsel, when I told them I am hearing the voice of somebody, Peter, they say you are crazy. Peter cannot come out. They say you are crazy. Peter cannot come out of that prison because Herod is dangerous. The damsel said, please go to the gate. Somebody like Peter is at the gate. Somebody like Peter is at the gate. When they went to the gate, they saw Peter. They marveled. Why? Because this God we trust is the God of signs and wonders. Is the God of mighty acts. Is a miracle working God. Is the God that when he say yes, no one can say no. Is the God that when he lifts you up, no one can bring you down. Is the God that when they allow you to fall into the valley, he's bringing you out. Is the God that when he hires, no man fires. Is the God that when he prepares an ordinary man for extraordinary service. Any situation you find yourself, take it as a training ground. Take it as a training institution. He has kept you. He is there. Anywhere you find yourself, any valley you find yourself, he allow you to fall into that valley to stop you for a while. In order to prepare you to the next level. the days I got paralyzed, people were worried. But God stopped me for a while. Because I have walked a lot and the journey is still far. He used paralysis to stop me for a while. So many other periods say what they can say. But I keep saying, Father, if the journey is still far, and now I'm coming back to my feet. No medication, yes, no drugs, yes, no concussion, nothing.
Something for the God.
And when it was time for me to come out, yes, I come out. When I come out, they began to say, where did this man go? Instead of after healing, he's looking flamboyant. Listen, he will stop you for a while to prepare you.
Yes.
What is that valley? What is that valley? What is that valley that you are into? Are you trusting him? Some people will say, come and see me. I say no. Some persons will say, this person will meet me as this other person. I say no. Everything that has a beginning must surely have an end.
Yes, sir.
And when you are in the tune of God, you cannot stop God from using his tune.
Yes, sir.
The same God who used men to prepare you. The same God who used men to train you. The same God who used situations to modify you. Situations are not meant to destroy you. Situations are not meant to impair you. Situations are not meant to make you irrelevant. Though in the sight of men, they will see irrelevant. But when the glory began to manifest, they will remember, yes, there is never crown without story. There's no glory without history.
Yes, sir.
You can never be great in life without pain. Painfulness is the identical twin to greatness. Painfulness is the identical twin to greatness. If you want to be great in life, be ready to receive pain. That is why it says in Psalm 19, many are the afflictions of the righteous. When you are doing the right thing, you become righteous. And the evil ones will be planning every day to afflict you. And God will allow them to afflict you so that they will rejoice thinking they have swallowed you up. Hey. But surprisingly, he will vindicate you. Why? Because it's the God of vengeance. No matter the afflictions, you must be delivered. Yes, sir. No matter the situation you are coming out.
Yes, sir.
Never you allow your situation to make you to forget that there is God. When situations befall you, don't allow yourself to see God in a bad light. He knows you. He knows your situation. Whether good or bad, it still remains God. But no matter what you are passing through, always acknowledge him as this God. The omnipotent God, omniscient God, omnipresent God. When you begin to remember what this God is doing and what he will do and what he will continue to do, come back. Look at where you are coming from. Look at your past. Look at your present. When you consider your past and your present, then you'll be able to stay focused to your future. When you consider your past and your present, you'll be able to have a revelation of your future.
Yes, sir.
When you put your past and your present together, you begin to have the conviction of what your future will hold. Yesterday is gone, is past tense.
Yes, sir.
Today is an opportunity. Tomorrow is a mystery. Never you mind or don't be worried about what people will say when you fall into the valley. Never you focus on what the people will say when situations are becoming rough to you. But stay focused on where you are going to.
Yes, sir. Teach me, Papa. Teach me, Papa.
Focus on where you are going to. When you give your attention to what people are saying, they will give you a direction.
Yes, sir.
And that direction is going to be a wrong direction that will destroy you. When you trust in this God, there is nothing that will weigh you down. No matter what it takes, always smile. Always be ready to celebrate. Don't stop yourself from running your activities when situation befall you. Whatever activity you have been running, run it. Do it. Is there anybody that can tell us that he knows how his end point will be?
No.
And when they say they can change this, if God say your end point, you end up an armed robber. No matter you struggle not to be an armed robber, you end up an armed robber. Two of us. Sir.
God will not say you should be an armed robber.
But if your end point is to end up to glorify himself, he will do it. He will do it. Let me tell you, anyway, there is no aspect that God cannot glorify himself. Okay. Let's come back. Most of our holiness preachers, is it not what they are using the Bible to do with the people? Better an armed robber with what they are using the Bible to do. Better an armed robber. He gave us this as a weapon of warfare to tackle principalities and powers. But in the churches today, we are using it as a weapon of extortion to extort money from the people. That is not the message. That is not the message. You can't use this to ask people to bring money to the house of God. When you are not giving the people what God asked you to give them, He said, give them the spiritual.
Yes, sir.
Give them the spiritual.
Yes, sir.
The two armed robbers, where He said God cannot allow one to enter an armed robber. The two robbers that were on the cross with Jesus. It was already designed before that day for God to glorify Himself amidst the two of them. It's a revelation. It was designed for Jesus Christ not to be crucified alone, but to be crucified amidst two robbers. Why? Condemning Him to the low esteem of those two robbers. And as God will have it, God still used the two robbers to glorify Himself, to give us a message today.
Teach us, Papa. Your words are light.
Listen, there are things that will happen. Yes, in the sight of men, they are wrong, but in the sight of God, God knows why. God says, I form light, I create darkness. I form good, I create evil. He said, I wound and I heal. I make life and I kill. That same God sent 400 evil spirits just because He wanted to destroy Ahab. To 400 prophets to deceive Ahab that they will go to the war and they will come back.
Don't stop for Jesus.
There is no aspect that God cannot use to glorify Himself.
Yes, sir.
That is why it says in 1 Corinthians 1:27, it says uses the foolish things of the earth to confound the wise, and the weak things of the earth to confound the strong and the mighty. We have so many anointed men of God today that were armed robbers before. To have history, to go and continue with the assignment prepared for them in their later days. That's why the same Bible says, do not rejoice over someone's sin or because someone fall. For I don't know what will become of you tomorrow. Who do you trust? Who do you trust? The verse 8 of that 20, Pastor.
Verse 8. Said, they are brought down
And fallen. But we are risen and stand upright. Those that trust in chariots and horses, they fail. They go down. But you that trust in God, He said you are risen and you are standing upright. You cannot fall. I don't know if I'm helping somebody.
Yes, sir.
Give me Psalm 60:11 and 108 verse 12. Whom do you trust?
Psalm 60:11.
Yes, read it.
He said, give us help from trouble.
Give us help from trouble.
For vain is they with our armies.
For vain is with our armies. Go to 108 verse 12. 108 verse 12. 108 verse 12. Give us help from trouble.
He said,
For vain is the help of man.
Yes, sir.
Give us help from trouble. For vain is the help of who? Man. Why do you trust a man? Why do you believe in what man can do? Vain is the help of man. Vain is the help of man. Vain is the help of man. Rest of it. Give us help from trouble. For vain is the help of man. Again, give us help from trouble. For vain is the help of man. Lift your hands to the heavens. If you don't help me, where else can I go? Nowhere, nowhere. If you don't heal me, where else can I go? Nowhere, nowhere. So I run to you. I run to you. I run to you. I run to you. Running, running. Oh, someone it's only God you can run to.
Yes, sir.
Not man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And run to you, Lord. Run to you, Lord. If you don't help me, where else can I go? run to you. I run to you. I run to you. I run to you. Run to you. If you resist me, who can assist me? If you push me, who can pull me? Help me, oh God! For vain is the aim of man. Oh! I run to you. You don't tell me where is can I go? Nowhere. Where else can I go? No way. No way. If you don't fix me, where else can I go? No way. No way. If you don't touch me, where else can I go? No way. No way. If you don't bless me, where else can I go? No way. No way. So everybody going on this. We're going to thank you for your present help in time of needs. When you declare with your mouth, thank you for being our present help in time of needs. Thank you for being our present help in times of needs. Appreciate you for being our present help in times of need. He said, cast that burden unto him, for he careth for you. Just thank him, just thank him, just thank him. Lidosa balagadosa antes kalabu. Marista la conta balagadosa parastoria. Radosa panta conda balagadosa la handazina. Rista la conta balagadosa panta kalanda zondi si balagadosa. Alasta la kista ista pasta kalagadosa. Elohim kadoshim kadosh kadosh kadosh. Rianda la kunta balagadosa. El hekabosa punta balagadosa panta balagadosa pa. Elohim ka also basta adazinama. Meleka bot istampa adazinduza basta balagadosa pa. Kanai asta pusta balagadosa. Esho kia zubu susa kata balagadosa pa. Paracletos de balagadosa. Numahecho paya astanda balagadosa panta amazura. Tahim tanu mata Saparabu. Jehovah Isa Pakalia. Zaduza Banta Kunda Balagaduza.